Introduction to meditation to receive protection from the realms of light. This meditation is very useful for every human being. Since we have come down from the 11th dimension to experience on earth, where there are energies that do not contain in themselves the energy of love and light that our being sometimes has forgotten, from which at times we have felt disconnected by the simple fact of having complained, criticized, judged, attacked, or felt completely separated. It is a common practice on this plane that at the same time an awakened being comes not only to become aware and transcend himself, but also to forgive himself and to liberate from all his fields the entrenched energies that we have attracted by the densities that came from our thoughts, from our feelings, from our works, from the way in which we bond with the other, from the way in which we communicate or do not communicate with the other, and from the ways in which we generate opposition, antagonism, or struggle with the environment. All these dense attitudes that come from the history of the planet require not only to be modified, but also to find the vibratory balance in the body, since our biology, our chemistry, and the mathematical codes that make up our bodies and minds were altered by these memories. Therefore, it is extremely important that each awakened being can constantly request the protection of light from the higher planes to continue with the path of energetic rectification in each of the life periods that we have in the incarnation of the earth. Get ready to do this meditation in a comfortable way. If it is possible, light a candle, put some aroma, some incense. It will support the meditation process that we offer you shortly. May this be for you a loving process of reconnecting with your true self. In a comfortable posture, close your eyes and breathe. With intent from the heart, you will repeat everything that is decreed or ordered to happen throughout this meditation, in the understanding that repeating it, you repeat it accompanied by a profound feeling and not from the mind. I call upon the beloved archangels Michael and Lady Faith, the legions of angels of the seven rays. I call upon the Master Melchizedek, the Master Mahatma, and the Master Metatron. I ask lovingly that they wrap me in a silver cocoon so that all the negative energies attracted or caught in my fields can be released and my fields purified. I request lovingly that all negative implants and elementals be released from my bodies and vibratory fields. I call upon the Masters of Light of the Cosmos, the planetarians, and the beings that inhabit the inside of the earth, to place around me a pillar of light that generates love and ordained and loving creative power. I notice how around me is also placed a golden dome of permanent protection. This is a luminous protection so that my dark parts are not projected into my world, and I can only remember the love and light that in truth I am. I visualize the blue light of Archangel Michael that surrounds me as if it were an armor, so that all the projected self-punishments can be annulled with this law, and that the joy, the strength of the will, and the firmness of my being will be ever more present. May I be deserving of the activation of the temperance of the force of love that emanates the frequency of my true being. I also observe how placed around me is a ring of red roses that sends the regeneration information to all my cells, and that at the same time prevents cell contamination to my physical body. I observe as a rainbow bubble also sustains my auric field. I observe the silver cocoon, the golden cocoon, the ring of roses, the rainbow bubble, and the tube of light, love, and ordained and loving creative power. And with this visualization, I stay firmly focused that I could activate it again at any time. This magnanimous shield of protection stops any interference that prevents my free connection with the divinity of who I am. Any internal or external psychic attack will be nullified, cancelled, and revoked when I visualize this astral protection. Now I fill myself with God's love. I breathe photons, neutrons, and quarks. I fill every part of my bodies and minds with photonic light, and with the energy of love called quarks. These particles make up the essence of divine love, which enters each of my cells, in all the ideology, in my 20 subtle bodies, on all levels, more subconscious and conscious of my mind, and while I breathe, all energy different from light and love is transmuted and integrated into pure and radiant light of the divinity of the being that in truth I am. I now visualize that I'm placed inside a sphere of cosmic fire that is sent directly from the central sun to burn and transmute completely and safely all the remaining energy of the history of the planet, the history of my being, and the history of my ancestors that impede my connection with light and love that in truth I am. Once the cosmic fire cleans all the remnant energy, a liquid crystal of the Asturians envelopes me with the intention of deactivating and rebalancing all my energy. I breathe and let this liquid crystal act through all my bodies and minds. while I get more and more relaxation. Now appeared before me and surrounding me are the galactic healers of higher magnitude. They adjust all the grids of my energetic system and at the same time heal my spiritual, psychological and physical immunological system. Whilst I receive this solution, I give thanks and increasingly feel worthy of this deep purification that allows me to continue the journey on this earth, fulfilling my function of illuminating with my love and with my light from this plane. I give gratitude to the galactic healers as I see that the loving angels of healing of the green ray come to me now to balance my system of 13 active chakras and to align all my etheric bodies where they are repaired of all fear, all effects of accidents from this and from other times, all rhythmic imbalance in the cerebrospinal fluid that impedes alignment with the frequency of the moon and that generates alterations in my psychology and the functionality of my brain. I give thanks to the angels of the green ray for this energetic adjustment. Through deep respirations, I accept lovingly that I be installed with a pranic purifying device which blows pranic energy through all my meridians, the main glandulas of the body, through all the energy centers of my physical body and my astral bodies. While this pranic breath purifies and strengthens and completely cleanses all my subtle bodies, all my biology, I keep the rhythm of deep breaths. I give thanks for this purification, and I now invoke the Divine Mother and the beloved Masters who support the feminine divine energy, who reinforce the silver net field not only in my bodies and minds, but also in the places where I experience life, in my house, in my place of work, where I observe. And with this benevolent energy of love, they cleanse all etheric and astral energy, even those emanating from the dense thoughts of those who cohabit. I visualize how all the places in which I unfold are flooded with the love of female energy. I give thanks for this etheric cleansing. Now I ask the beloved violet ray to integrate a pillar of permanent around me so that I can transmute any energy different to the love and light that tries to enter my fields and minds, and that this acts automatically in wakefulness and while I sleep. Now I thank my angels and guides who have acted like sentries around me and who protect my light 24 hours of the 7 days of the week of the 365 days of the year, both in wakefulness and in sleep. I thank you for your work, for which I am conscious of, and to which I am infinitely grateful. I invoke and thank the Elohim's masters of the highest energies, these rectifiers of thought, to prevent the thoughts of the collective consciousness that limit my connection with my true being from entering and invading my system of thought, which I choose to raise and correct with all my intention in every day of my life. With all this help and protection, the pillar of light and wisdom is activated within me that removes all internal energy that prevents me from creating a life of fullness and inner peace in a constant way, where the intention of developing trust is my highest priority, both in my personal experience and within my ties. Now I know that I eternally carry a totally invulnerable ring of containment that makes me also invisible to all negative energy inside or outside me. I ask at this moment that my ethereal, emotional, mental and spiritual tissue be adjusted in all my bodies and minds, as I choose to align myself with the divine will. For I acknowledge that the divine will is that I can manifest myself in this body and in this story in a peaceful and full way, and therefore choose and decree to align myself with the divine will, to connect with the creative power of love and light that connects me with the cosmos and earth, so that all my creations are loving and orderly. From today, I will remember that I can activate this protection with the power of my intention every morning and every night, in order to be able to experience myself consciously connected to that order of love and light inside and outside of me. Now all my fields are completely purified. In this way, all my energy is connected to the divine consciousness. My mind is connected to the timeline 42, and the triune flame is placed and remains in my heart. I visualize the blue, gold, pink, flaming and latent color within my heart, while the 12 cosmic rays surround me and return to my bodies and minds the vibration of the original DNA of the soul and the original DNA of the universe. And for the next few minutes, I breathe photon light into each of my cells in order to clear the limiting DNA information imposed by food, medicine, radio waves, electrical appliances, and any other planetary contamination. Now I am aware of every time I wrap myself with the intention, with a cocoon of golden light, I will be purifying the energy of the worldly and spiritual aspects that I don't have resolved, healed, or conscious, but that my intention to stay connected to goodness, humility, and harmony with all my surroundings. So I decree to love myself unconditionally. I decree to see myself innocent and responsible for rectifying my energy on a day-to-day basis, so that this rectification is simply projected into the world. I decree myself in harmony with everything that surrounds me, and from my powerful presence I am, and from the connection with my higher being. I visualize myself anchored to the earth and connected to the love energy of the cosmos. And I observe how my entire column is cleansed by this love and this connection, and the number 999 cleanses my entire spine as I feel connected to the crystalline heart of the earth. And I feel connected to the source of light and universal love, where I ask that all negative thoughts, all emotion coming from those thoughts, be cancelled. And I ask that the energy of realistic positivism and kindness in me be activated. And from that correct thought and from that kindness and respect that I manifest in me and manifest in my environment, I can be sure that no energy different from love and light will be able to enter my thoughts and minds. Every egoic or separatist thought based on fear in the attack or sacrificed is being annulled and transmuted from my biological and etheric system. And from this moment I commit to myself, and with the light of my being and all that is, that I do not harbour a harmful thought again for more than 2 minutes in my mind. I will remind myself to be able to become conscious and remain vigilant and attentive, so that my thoughts can only connect me with forgiveness, joy, trust, enjoyment, merit, and peace. From now on, I renounce the old energy and the personal power separated from love. From now on, I commit to myself and the light, so as not to relinquish my power to my surroundings or take it away. From now on, I free myself from all dependence, codependency, and power struggles. I ask that these programs be eliminated from my physical body, from my minds and from my subtle bodies, from my unconscious and from my conscious, to increase my connection with my higher self, and every day raise the vibration of my thought system. From now on, I make a firm commitment to myself, and in the light of making appropriate, benevolent, and feasible decisions in time and form, to raise my perceptions of myself and my environment and surroundings, to recognize that I come to this world to learn and also to teach the best of me, to remember that everything that I live and that which causes me pain is a learning lesson to return to love, and that the greatest challenges are those that allow me to grow, mature, and recognize the sublime, healthy, and loving of the being that in truth I am. As of today, I make a commitment to eliminate all complaints, all claims, all criticisms, and all judgments towards me, my environment and my surroundings, recognizing that it is the only way to keep my brain working properly and the production of my brain's chemicals in perfect balance. Now I am here in life, adapted with the will and decision to move forward and give my talents and gifts to this world, to become a beacon of light, a portent of love, wisdom and power of love that from its highest wisdom recognizes that I am who I am, and that by knowing that I am fully protected because the thought system is consistently aligned with the divine. Starting today and every morning, I visualize that protection, but also the will to stay aligned with the light, with love and the truth, to retune myself every morning and every night, where I stay aligned with the divine flame, with self-mastery, and that I choose to always be present in my conscious mind. Today I choose to restore my natural state of being, because I am who I am.